What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Kangaroo Black coming back once again to talk about my Alabama Crimson Tide and the transfer portal. Alabama currently has 11 former players in the transfer portal, but I only want to focus on the 3 wide receivers that just hit the portal. Kendrick Law, Prentice, and Caleb Odum. My thinking is that they hit the portal because they know that they are underutilized in Nick Sheridan and Coach Kalen DeBoer's system. Drastically underutilized. It also brings me to think that maybe, just maybe, freaking Jalen Milroe may be contemplating coming back. Just maybe. I don't know that to be true, but it's just a thought that I've been having. All right. But I want to go over these guys' stat lines, and it is a travesty. These three guys, Kendrick Law, Prentice, and Caleb Odum, their stat line is drastically lower than Jeremy Bernard and Ryan Williams. Drastically. And it is a shame that these guys was done this way. Now, Prentice and Kendrick Law, they were starters. And for their numbers to be this low makes no sense, especially with the kind of receivers that they are. Both of them got great hands. Both of them got the speed. Both of them got the route running ability. All right. And but hey, it is what it is. There will no longer be with my Alabama Crimson Tide, but I can tell you this. Wherever these guys go, they will be successful. And their stat line, wherever they go, will be drastically higher than they was at Alabama. And they will be utilized wherever they go, guaranteed. But let's look at Kendrick Law's numbers. Kendrick Law in 2024, 10 games, 10 receptions, 105 yards, and 1 touchdown. That's a shame. 10 games, only 10 receptions for 105 yards and 1 touchdown for the caliber of wide receiver that Kendrick Law is. Some people might say, well, he's more of a running back. He's built like a running back. He runs like a running back. Well, his position was wide receiver, and he should be getting more than 10 receptions. I'm sure he got targeted more than 10 times and maybe a couple of drops or overthrows or underthrows or whatever. But he didn't get too many targets. I'm going to say Kendrick Law probably didn't even get targeted 20 times throughout the season. I'm willing to bet. Now, he did have 8 carries for 30 yards, but still, you're a wide receiver. Why are you getting damn near as many carries as you are receptions? That is crazy, even though it ain't but 10. So you telling me this guy only touched the ball 18 times through 10 games? Pathetic. And he's a starter. A starter. Come on, man. That is crazy. That is crazy. And if you go look at his game log, let me bring up his game log. If you look at his game log, this guy did not even have a reception the last 3 games of the season. Not one. First game against Western Kentucky, he had 1 reception. 0 against South Florida. 1 against Georgia. 4 against Tennessee. Missouri 2. LSU 2. Mercer, Oklahoma, and Auburn, 0 receptions. 0. That's all need to be said. I don't blame him for transferring. I don't blame him. Because ain't no way this guy should only have 10 damn receptions through 10 games. No way. As a matter of fact, he only got 34 receptions his whole career at Alabama. 34. That is crazy. I know 2 of those seasons was under Nick Saban. I can look past his freshman season, but his sophomore season, I can't. He only had 15 receptions, in 2023. And then to come in 2024 to have less receptions is crazy. I would have transferred after last season had it been me. But hey, it is what it is. I feel like Coach Kalen DeBoer with his offensive success at Washington, and he coming in, meeting with these players, meeting with them individually. I think he probably fed Kendrick Law some bullshit on how he can be utilized in his system. And I just think that's what it was. And Kendrick Law fell for it, but he found out different. So hey, and I think it was that way with all these guys, all three of them. But hey, it is what it is. I wish Kendrick Law the best and hope he succeed and move on to the NFL. And I hope he put up big numbers wherever he go. And I'm sure there's a lot of programs out there that can use this guy. I am sure. But anyway, that's Kendrick Law. Let's move on to Kobe Prentice. Another starter. Another one whose numbers make no sense. This man played in 10 games. He had 11 receptions, 129 yards, 1 touchdown. Now, can you imagine? You in your third season at a program, and you only get 11 receptions, and when you was a freshman, you got 31. Come on now. Come on now. Even in 2023, he had more receptions than what he did in 2024. That is crazy. That is crazy. But through it all, come on now. You got these guys start as starters, and you get 10 receptions through 10 games, and then 11 receptions through 10 games. And you are a starter. That's crazy. They just got you out there running around, basically just blocking. That's it. Or being a decoy for somebody else to get the ball. Come on now. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. It's a reason. It's a reason why these guys transferring. And I believe that I'm right. Now let's go to Kobe Prentice. Let's go to his game log and see what's up with him. Because I just don't know. But anyway, Kobe Prentice, Western Kentucky, 3 receptions. South Florida, 2. Wisconsin, 0. Georgia, 2. Vanderbilt, 1. Tennessee, 0. Missouri, 0. LSU, 0. Mercer, 2. And Oklahoma, 1. Another starting wide receiver, 3 games in a row where you get 0 receptions. Like I say, you might have got a couple of targets in that game, overthrows or maybe underthrows or a couple of drops. But still, that is crazy. That is crazy. But that's Caleb Odum. And I don't blame him for transferring either. And I guarantee you he'll be successful wherever he go. And there's a lot of programs out here that's going to utilize this guy. Guaranteed. And his stat line also will be greater than what it was at Alabama, especially under Coach Kalen DeBoer and Nick Sheridan. Guaranteed. And you might say, well, those guys, they just wasn't producing. How can you produce when you ain't getting the targets? If I ain't producing, why I'm on the field? And why am I remaining a starter if I'm not producing? Come on, man. It makes no sense. Let's go to Caleb Odum. Although Caleb Odum, he was a true freshman, but he has a valid point. And Caleb Odum made it known during the season that he was frustrated, and nothing changed. Nothing changed. This guy played in all 12 games. All 12 games. And guess what he got? 7 receptions for 65 yards. 7 receptions for 65 yards through 12 games. Now, granted, A lot of these games probably was garbage time or whatever, but I've seen them several times on the field that when it wasn't garbage time, and he still wasn't getting targeted. And I continue to tell y'all when he came out with his frustration, you had Ryan Williams on one side of the field, 5'11", maybe 172 pounds, 75 pounds. And you got a 6'5", 215-pound wide receiver over here, if not more than 215 pounds, but a 6'5", 215, and you go to a 5'11" wide receiver and get it intercepted? Come on now. And don't even consider looking at the 6'5" receiver on the play. That's the play when it was like at the 5-yard line against Tennessee, and they went to Ryan Williams on a fade route and it got intercepted. I'm sure y'all remember that. So, but hey, and Caleb Odum came out with his frustration level, and I don't blame him. Now, I always say, man, why these guys transfer after only 1 year? They gotta earn their way. But if I'm on the field 12 damn games and I only get 7 damn receptions, that's crazy. That's crazy. And all this, matter of fact, let's look at this guy's game log. See how many receptions he had per game. Okay, Western Kentucky, 2, South Florida, 1, Wisconsin, 2, Georgia, 0, Vanderbilt, 0, South Carolina, 0, Tennessee, 0, Missouri, 0, LSU, 0, Mercer, 2, Oklahoma, 0, Auburn, 0. Why the hell you keep putting me on the field? Like I said, it may have been in garbage time. All right. But there were times he was on the field and it wasn't garbage time, and you still didn't go to him. And when was one of those times? Against Tennessee. On the play that I just mentioned. Come on now. And that was the opportune time for him to voice his damn frustration. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And if you look at Jeremy Bernard's numbers, I'm not going to go through his game log, but this guy, 12 games, 46 receptions for 714 yards and 3 touchdowns. So you going from 10 receptions for Kendrick Law, 11 receptions for Kobe Prentice, and 7 receptions for Caleb Odum to 46 for Jeremy Bernard. Come on now. Let's look at Ryan Williams. Ryan Williams, 12 games, 45 receptions, 857 yards, 8 touchdowns. And he got 2 touchdowns on the ground. So that's what you go. That's what you got. Jeremy Bernard, 46 receptions. Ryan Williams, 45. Kendrick Law, 10. Kobe Prentice, 11, and Caleb Odum, 7. That is crazy. Now, this brings me to Jalen Milroe. Talking about the 3 receivers that's leaving. There were several times that those guys were open. Also the running backs. Jam Miller and Justice Haynes. Several times those guys was open. But what did Jalen Milroe do? Try to force the ball to Ryan Williams or either Jeremy Bernard. It was a 3-man offense outside of the offensive line. A 3-man offense. That's what it was. Jalen Milroe, Ryan Williams, and Jeremy Bernard. Because guess what? The running backs was drastically underutilized also. And I won't be surprised if 1, maybe 2 of them hop in the damn transfer portal. I will not be surprised. And guess what? You can't blame them. You can't blame them. Because the quarterback get more runs than the running backs. You can't blame them. Just like 2 wide receivers get a whole lot more receptions and targets and receptions than the other three. That's why those three are in the damn portal. But anyway, Jalen Milroe, several times wide receivers and running backs was open out of the backfield, and he tried to force the ball to Jeremy Bernard or Ryan Williams. One play in particular against Auburn. Not Kobe Prentice, but Jeremy Bernard, double covered, going down the sideline. What did Jalen Milroe do? Try to force it. When you had a running back 10 yards in front of you like this, he goes downfield trying to get the big play, forcing it into double coverage, incompletion. When you got a guy 10 yards in front of you wide open, and he can catch and turn and probably get 5 to 10 more yards. Come on now. And that happened several times when it came to your check downs, several times. Now, when the season first started, looked like Jalen Milroe had it, going through his progressions, reading the defense, hanging in the pocket. And after about 4 games, he reverted back to last season. That's what he did. And now look where we at. So, hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. But Jalen Milroe, wherever he go, if he go to the NFL, whether he decide to stay, if he decide to stay, I think it need to be a real quarterback competition at Alabama. If he stay and he don't win the job, so fucking be it. Coach Kalen DeBoer need to put the best man for the job at each position, including the quarterback position. Damn this seniority shit. Damn that. If somebody come in that's better than you, I don't care how long you've been in the program. Hey, if they better than you, they better than you. They deserve to be the starter at whatever position. Now I understand far as the wide receiver room, I know you always, most of the times, you're going to always have your number 1 and number 2 wide receivers. Especially your number 1, like a Devontae Smith or Amari Cooper or that. Yeah, they going to get most of the targets. But damn. Really? You got that big of a gap between these 2 guys and the other 3? Come on, are you serious? When those guys can be just as dynamic as the other 2, if you give them the chance. Well, I ain't gonna say as dynamic as Ryan Williams, but damn, give them a chance to showcase what they can do for the team also. But hey, I wish them well, man. I wish them well. So, and telling y'all, man, if it comes out that our quarterback, Jalen Milroe, decides to come back, we might see more transfers. I'm going to just tell you that now. On the offensive side of the ball, running back room and wide receiver room. Because guess what? There's no reason the quarterback, I don't give a damn if he is a dual threat, should have more carries than 2 wide receivers combined. No reason for it. So, hey, especially when you got a 4-star running back, or 2 4-star running backs, or a 4-star and a 5-star. There's no way. Jalen Milroe probably had more carries than Justice Haynes, Jam Miller, and Richard Young put together. I can almost guarantee you he did. If he didn't, it wasn't off by far. I can guarantee you that. Probably had more carries than all 5 running backs put together. But hey, that's the way they ran it this past season. Hopefully they learn something from it and they'll do the right thing next season. So, but we'll know soon who declaring for the draft, who's deciding to come back, And who else is going in the portal? And for anybody on the offensive side of the ball at a skill position and they enter the portal, I don't blame them. So, hey, we going to see. But anyway, that's all I got to talk about. And y'all give me y'all feedback, especially if you are an Alabama fan. Give me your feedback and let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. Do y'all think Jalen Milroe will come back or he'll declare for the draft? Do you want him to come back? Or do you want him to move on to the draft? Do you want him to transfer, stay and transfer and get a little bit more knowledge at that position? Let me know what y'all think on Jalen Milroe. Stay, NFL, transfer, whatever. All right, and give me y'all thoughts on these guys transferring. Do y'all agree with me? If not, hey, it's all good. But anyway, let me go. Remember, y'all be blessed. KB don't give a piss about nothing but the Tide, and roll damn Tide.